Your bestseller now stinks. How do you recover it? My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I recovered one of my best-selling products and made it back to a superstar. So first, I'm going to show you the proof. Here's the back end of my account, and I'm selling 878 of these every 30 days. I'm going to show you I've got 1,500 reviews, 4.6 star average. I'm Amazon's choice for incense. It's doing fairly well. Here is the history, though. I'm going to show you the all-time graphic here. And what you're going to see is that we did pretty good when we first came out of the gate. We were in the top 15,000 back in 2022. 21, excuse me. And then it just kind of slowly in 2022 in August just sloughed off. And for about, what is that, 8 months, just was a total turd. Just absolute garbage sales. Well, now I have it back to selling in the top 15,000. We have recovered this item, and I'm going to show you how I did it. The first thing you're going to notice on this list here is the price changes. So I've got a tool here called Helium 10. I've got installed the Chrome extension. And in here, when you zoom in, you can see the green line. That's the price. When we first went out to market, we started at $7.99. And it immediately was a giant hit. It's a great idea to launch items in Q4. You can clearly see the data here. Basically, last couple of weeks in October, it started to take off. We raised the prices, and we took advantage of small and light, making a nice profit for a solid year, maybe longer than that. And then it just, you know how it is. You get a large SKU account. You just stop paying attention. All of a sudden, this thing is like sales rank 70,000. Oh my gosh. Well, we started to pay attention again to this in the last week of May. And you'll see here right where the green line drops down. I move my camera over, and we started to lower the price. I lowered it all the way back down to $6.99. And this is basically the main change that we made to make this happen. And almost within 1-2 weeks, we break the top 25,000. And from here, it's been a little bit more of a grind, kind of in that high 20s, low 30s. And it wasn't until July, in the last 4 weeks here, where we started to break top 15,000. And we've raised our price back. So here is proof that a price reduction like this, even for a short time period, can make a massive impact. So we're trending upward, 2,100 units in the last 90 days, but 900 of those in the last 30 days. So it's clearly been going a lot better. We'll give a 6-month view here so you can see all the data, all of the sales coming in and everything that we're doing. So $30,000 last 6 months. Let's go out 12 months so you get kind of a gander. 51K on the year on this item. And it's at its best that it's ever been right this second. All right, so what else did we do? We enabled subscribe and save, which you can see right here. And that has been a really big helpful thing. You can fulfill an extra 5, 10, 15% on subscribe and save. Now, we make more money on the 6-pack than we do the 3-pack. And the price is only $3 higher right here. You can see that. So we're trying to push more people over to the 6-pack, and we're selling quite a few of them. But that's a really big important thing here, is to point out subscribe and save, super important to the listing. And I highly recommend checking that out. Now, here's an interesting thing about this particular niche. I'm only indexing on 1,600 keywords. I'm paying for 1,500. This is one of those niches where you can't get the golden ratio of keywords done appropriately, 1 paid to 2 organic. This is literally just the size of the niche and category. And because we're trying to dominate it, we are over advertising, over indexing on the number of paid keywords we're targeting here. This is a new button with the historical trend in Helium 10, and you can kind of see how this looks. So back in April of 2022, we advertised on 3,400 keywords. That's way too many. If we try and go back to the all-time data on the BSR here and see what that looks like, here you can see is when we broke into the top 7,000, 8,000. So we gave away all of our profits for that. And then we're like, oh man, we're not making any money, pulled back. And then the slow death spiral started to happen. So we're trying to maintain kind of where we are right now. But this is pretty cool, guys. Historical trend showing all of the past data, organic, sponsored products, etc. So next we're going to look at the data that I used in July here. So you can see one of the cool new features in Amazon's campaign managers. You can click on product, type an ASIN in, and get all of the ad data all within Seller Central. Don't even need to use a secondary tool. Isn't that pretty neat? So in here, I have $8,000 in sales, $3,600 in spend. So basically a 2.2 ROAS, 22% conversion rate. That's incredibly high. Means basically almost 1 out of 4 people are buying the product. 500,000 impressions, 3,400 clicks, 0.62 CTR. That is like twice my normal average. Extraordinarily high CTR here, which is really good. And so when we click into this, we can see like all of the campaign structures, how everything is working together. The bulk campaign, it's right here. And this is going to be a mixed keyword strategy campaign. We're going to open this up and take a look at it so you guys can see the strategy that I'm using. I actually just saw I'm tapping out on budget, which is generally not a good thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and up the budget, first of all. Budget 125. I'm going to put that up to 200 per day. And then we have a 20% top of search modifier, and we're using bid down only. And that's because we're trying to really maximize our profit, quite frankly. So in here, we're going to click into the ad group and go into targeting here and take a look at which keywords are doing well for us. So Sage Stick, best keyword for us right here, and 28%. So this is a great case example when we're going to want to take this keyword and push it off to its own campaign structure because of a campaign tap out like this, and the other ones have higher ACoS. So this is going to be a great example of when you want to promote another keyword. Now I'm going to leave it in that campaign as well, but I'm going to create a dedicated one keyword campaign. And let's go in and grab 3 smudge sticks like this. Boom, manual targeting, keyword targeting, enter lists, Sage Stick, raise match specifically. We might want to do a broad match on it as well. I'm going to add both. And the broad match has a higher bid. How about that? Not very often you see that. Now I'm curious, what is the exact match at? It's even lower. Sometimes I wonder, guys. Sometimes. Not sure why. And we're going to leave this with a down-only bid, Sage Sticks, and I'm going to put $100 dedicated to just this campaign. Now, there may need to be some negations. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the negations here and see what we've got. So Sage Kits, anything with kit in it or bundle probably needs to be negated. Kit, bundle, add those in based on the history we already have. And then we're going to look at the search term and sort this by spend and see if there's any other trends related to Sage Sticks that we need to be aware of. Looks okay. Kind of going down the list here if there's anything. We're going to type the word stick in. And so, you know, even though this video is about how we got it back, it's not set it and forget it. You have to still really work it. Here's a case example, 73% ACoS on that keyword right there. And we're going to probably negate that as an exact match. So the word incense may be a problem. And we can figure that out by typing the word incense like this and see what the overall ACoS is on this. And we're probably going to see it go up 55%. It's a little high. Sage incense right there. Yeah. So pretty much some exact match negations are needed. But what for whatever reason, the word white sage incense sticks does okay, but white sage incense does not. Not enough data to really extrapolate too far. The word California, I wonder if that's going to be a problem. Let's say California in. I have no idea where I source my sage sticks, truth be told. 150% ACOS. Probably going to add negation for that as well. California, because we're not advertising that it's from California. If it is from California, I really don't know. And we'll add that as a negative phrase. All right, so we're going to launch that campaign, and we'll see what happens. We're always trying to keep improving here. The next thing I want to look at, though, is in the Search Creep Performance Report. I want to show you guys this. So here is my July. Here is where we're targeting, right? Sage sticks. Notice how that's at the #1 focus search query word. And what did we just do? We just made some PPC. I actually made the PPC campaigns before reviewing this report. This is basically justification that I need to spend more time on it because this is exactly the keyword at #1 in the list, 34,000 search volume, huge search volume. I have an ASIN impression share just under 3%. When somebody sees my product, 1 out of 2 click it. That's huge. My overall ASIN share is 5%. So what this data says is if you have a higher click ASIN share, proportionately higher than your impression share like this, 5% versus just under 3, you should spend more on ads and push it in the listing and the SEO and all the copy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Amazon.com. We're going to type in sage sticks like this and see what comes up. So we got #1 on the PPC. That's good. We want to see that. Let's see where we come up on organic. Right there. I think that's, nope, still an ad right there. Where are we showing up organic? There's another one of my products with an ad. And surprisingly, all the way down here. So this tells me if we could just push this up, we're competing against other products in the top 50,000. We're ranked 17,000. We should be able to buoy up and get over to SEO position #1. And I think that might be the most important thing that could happen to my product right now is pushing up to slot 1. So some of the things that we could do is we could change the text on this image from sage for cleansing house and change it to just the exact keyword that we're working on, sage stick. We'll probably put a plural for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my Slack channel, tag my designer and say, change the text from sage for cleansing house to sage sticks. Make it large as possible. And this is going to help us rank better for that keyword. And some of you are wondering, like, can I do that? And the answer is yes. This is not printed on the physical copy of the product. I've never had a complaint. Clearly, you see 4.6 reviews. Nobody cares. I could get it added to my box, and I should, realistically. We also have a little bit of Spanish in our secondary photo, white sage for cleansing house. We are catering to the Mexican Spanish community. We're using graphics that have that kind of Mayan feel to it. And we know who our target demographic is. The brand story is a little bit off script. And I've also got it queued up to create a dedicated brand story. In case you didn't know, you can make a unique brand story for every product. It's not necessary if you're all on script with the same products, but when you got a high SKU account like mine, 300 SKUs, and we're a soap brand, we're a sage stick brand, we got all kinds of stuff, tumblers and roses and stuff. It makes sense from time to time to go in and redo some of this material. Very large premium A+ content right here, and different sort of graphics that we can click and rotate through, taking up as much vertical and horizontal space as possible. Product grid, one of my favorites, showcasing all of the different things that we have. I'll be honest, I don't necessarily like the X's. I think just having check marks without anything instead of the X's is a better way to go. So I'll probably get that update designed as well. It's probably easier on the eye, to be honest. The next thing I'm going to show you, though, is comparing the July back to April. So April, we were doing really terribly. And if we go to sage sticks, same exact keyword, and look how we were doing here, you'll see that my click share was only 0.04%. My impression share, 0.05. Again, compare that to July, where we're 3% and 5%. That's the reason this product is doing better. It's because we're now advertising heavy on a 34,000 search volume keyword and ranking for it. So we're in PPC position 1, dominating, paying money for that. It's been paying off. And so you have to focus on certain keywords. And what I showed here is we're going to do even more by trying to get Sage Sticks to the top #1. So the other thing I can do is type in Sage Sticks like this. There's not an exact match anywhere on the listing, and we should probably make that happen. So Sage Smudge Sticks, not an exact match. That's like a phrase match, which is better than a broad, but still needs to do some more work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the listing and do even more to push Sage Sticks as a keyword. And we're going to signal to Amazon that this keyword's super important to us. I'm going to double up on the search terms. Remember, 250 bytes back here, not characters, doesn't count spaces. So if you only have 250 characters there, that's 25% more SEO juice you can fill in. And then we're going to go over to the keyword, we're going to go over to rather the bullet points, and we're going to showcase Sage Sticks, aromatic white dried sage, and we're going to add the word sticks in here. So that's an easy one right there. Boom, that's one. Sage Smudge Sticks right here. Hold the bundle at a 45. So hold the Sage Sticks bundle. Got 2 right there, right in the bullet points. Hit save on that. We're then going to go into the A+ content and go to advertising, A+ content manager. We're going to hunt down the smudge sticks, and there's quite a few of them. So we've got an approved one. I don't know if this is the right ASIN or not. So let's find out. We're looking for ASIN ending in QN. All right, where do we go with that tab? Hunting it down. So I don't see the QN one here. I worry if that's on the right one. Let's go find out. Let's see. I mean, it looks like the right one. Good. Let's see, edit. Make sure this is on the right ASINs. So that's on the 6-pack. Pack of 6. Only the 6-pack showing up there. That's not the right one. So let's go back in and see if we can find it. There's probably a reason why we differentiated the 6-pack to try and rank for different keywords. That's probably what happened. And in here, we got 5 variations showing up, not published on the 6, but it's on the other ones. So this is the one we want. So what we're going to do is hit back. We're going to hit edit. And I've got the word sage candles for cleansing house there. That was a really big keyword I was looking at in the past. I'm going to do a control F for candle. And you'll see sage candles for cleansing house showing up right there. 4,000 search volume. We've got 1% of the market share. So it's not as high as I'd like it to be. I think we've fallen a little bit off on this one. We used to dominate it. So that's okay. We're going to let that one go, and we're going to switch this over to Sage Sticks for cleansing house. And we've got Sage Smudge Sticks. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to go to the alt text here. Make sure we've got Sage Sticks. We're going to get rid of the word candles and redo our focus. So add that in. And we're gonna try and find out more places where we can do this. Probably don't want to interrupt that image because it's a split image. Don't want to put a header in there. Same thing with that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Sage sticks were developed by indigenous people. The ancient spiritual ritual of burning sage, also known as smudging, was used to clear negative energy. White sage sticks help activate certain receptors in the brain that are responsible for elevating mood levels, reducing stress, and alleviating pain. Now, this is a challenge because we're over character limits. So we're just going to go with this. Probably don't want to talk about pain reduction anyway. Get me yanked at some point. Good idea there. Now, this is a very interesting module here. What if we put a sub headline? How is that going to look? I have no idea on the sub headline. Sustainably grown sage. Maybe we better just be adding sage sticks like that. Oh, character limit. We'll do sub headline. We'll just put the sub headline on every single one of these. We're getting lots of exact matches on it. And then down here, we're just going to add another header. And we're going to go to another random image here. And we're going to get rid of campfire and put in sage sticks and get rid of the word set. So we're hyper emphasizing this. Checkbox, no. Interesting. So we can't get rid of the X's, it looks like. This may not be possible to get rid of because of the way they're looking at it. So I'm going to take another screenshot here, send this over to my team, showing there may not be an option to have the X's. I think the X's don't look very good. Go back to the listing so you guys can remind yourself what I'm talking about here. It's harder to read it. I think just having checkboxes and blanks would be better. All right. So can we get sage sticks into more locations? So we could do sage sticks right there. Smudge sticks 100 pack. Don't have a lot of space to work with this. Sage smudge kit. Sage sticks smudge kit. Got another one in there. And we're just trying to jam these in. Dried sage sticks. Okay. And that's boom. Really good. Boom goes the dynamite. Submit for approval. And we've emphasized the word sage sticks everywhere we could. I don't like that image being broken. Probably not great. But I think the results on this SEO, it's going to be worth it. We're trying to move up to position 1. So one of the things you do when you're trying to move up to position 1 is iterate the same word multiple times. In SEO, there's a lot of information out there, and you can hear a lot of competing resources on this. I like to do the following. This has been my experience. This is how I do good on Amazon SEO. I run it through multiple phases. In SEO phase 1, it's all about indexing. You just need the keyword one time anywhere to index. Indexing means show up in the first 300 results. SEO phase 2, it's about incremental indexing, and I'll just swap out to gain that extra 20% of indexing. So if I have a keyword in the title, I won't put it in the search terms. For example, SEO phase 3, it's about strike zone. These are keywords ranked 20 through 50. These are words that are ready to pounce, like the sage stick keyword. That's in both our strike zone, and it's also in our search query performance report, which makes it part of SEO phase 4, which is about market share. And I want to dominate market share on this. I want to take this market share from 5% on the clicks to 20%. I want to go from 1 out of 20 people to 1 out of 5. So that's a really big goal to gain that market share, which is why you see me putting in multiple iterations of the same keyword. You don't need to do this to index for a keyword, but you must do this if you want to rank highly for that one keyword. You got to get exact matches, multiple iterations, and pull lots of punches on those advertisements. Just chock full, lots of PPC spend, exact match keywords in the image, especially the main image, exact match in the title, the bullets, the description, the A+ content, the alt text, everywhere you can. And you will see results within about 7 to 14 days. The first 72 hours, you will see it dip down. That is normal. But after about 72 hours, it'll go back up and then start inching upward. And then right around end of week 1, end of week 2, somewhere in that range, you'll start to see the movement. It's going to go from position 26 to position 20 to position 15. And then the PPC will take it the rest of the way and hopefully get us to organic position 1. I obviously have to convert for this, which is why having multiple iterations on the listing as well will tell the consumer they're in the right place. Why putting it in the main image? It helps both CTR, click-through rate, as well as conversion to get it over the top. So that's it, guys. Lower your price, focus in on keywords, help your PPC focus in the right areas, and you can recover an item like I did this, taking it back up to the top 15,000 on home goods, #1 for incense, Amazon's choice, thousands of reviews, and I'm off to the races. Hopefully I can turn this 60K product into a 100K product by the end of the year. I'll report back and let you know in a future video. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. And if this is too overwhelming for you, hire us and we'll do it for you. Go check out myamazonguy.com today and book a call. We'll help you out running your full account from PPC, SEO, design, and catalog management.